back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna, and I'm a little bit spooky, but today I'm in the holiday spirit. I'm looking festive. We did us some holiday glam, and that is what we are doing today, is creating this look. This video is also very special because it is in collaboration with my friend here on YouTube, one of my bestest YouTube friends, Donna, my new obsession. I will have her channel linked in the eye and in the description box. She is doing a video as well using a palette that makes her think of the holidays. It was really funny that me and her both thought of the same palette. And without even talking to each other about palettes, we both thought Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. Both of us thought that's the perfect holiday palette. Me and her are peas in a pod. If you like me, you'll like her, vice versa. We have very similar taste in makeup, very similar like thought processes around makeup. I don't know, it's kind of funny, but and I bet you we did the same look. I'm willing to bet we did something pretty damn similar because we've done that before when we've collaborated. We don't even talk to each other about like what we're really going to do in the video, but what eyeshadows we're using, whatever. We just sit down and play, and we end up almost doing the same thing. Because, yeah, two peas in a pod. So anyway, if you want to see how I got this holiday look, just go ahead and keep on watching. And if you want to see Donna's, go click in the eye, and her video and channel will be linked there and in the description box. So go give her a like and subscribe and comment and let her know how much you love her look, okay? So yeah, the palette for today though is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, which is just so crazy. We both thought of this palette, but this really is like the perfect holiday palette. This will get you through Thanksgiving to New Year's just flawlessly for all those special occasions. This is the palette to go for. Like, I mean, look at all the color options you have. These are all the colors you kind of just need for any sort of glam makeup. Like, you got Christmas, you got New Year's, you even got Thanksgiving in this palette. And it is gorgeous. These metallics are like butter. They're so reflective and beautiful and shiny. So yeah, we just both thought this is the perfect palette without even planning that. And which says something because Donna has a massive eyeshadow collection. And I was like, what are the odds? Anyway, we're gonna go in with the greens today and some of the golds and create this look, which is basically inspired by my Christmas tree this year. I'm really obsessed with emerald green and gold. So yeah, we'll talk all about that and some Christmas decor and why I love this palette for the holidays and create this look together. So if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what your Christmas decor theme is and what palette makes you think of Christmas and the holiday season. Let me know below because I'm nosy and I want to know. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Very rambly intro. I know, I feel very a bit out of practice, okay? Just out of practice. All right, it is time for a Christmas video. I haven't done any Christmas content really. I know I usually do very seasonal content kind of with my makeup, but I've had a lot of insomnia, hadn't felt like filming. So here we are today, and this video is in collaboration with Donna, my new obsession here on YouTube. I was thinking about what I wanted to do for Christmas as far as content went, and I thought, what palette really makes me think of Christmas? And immediately, Too Faced Chocolate Gold popped in my head. It's like, that's like the perfect holiday glam palette. I mean, look at these colors. Are they not? Do they not just scream holiday glam? Like, this can carry you through Thanksgiving to New Year. And it's just such a beautiful palette. And so I thought, I bet Donna has a good palette suggestion for a video like this. So I DM'd Donna over on IG, and she said the exact same palette. She's like, I'm thinking Chocolate Gold from Too Faced. That's the palette I was thinking. Because it's like, what palette makes you think of Christmas? And let's just like do a look, kind of get ready with me kind of thing, and use this palettes. Same palette. Can you believe it? I am trying to make sure my camera is not gonna slip slide and move around because my tripod's broke. So I'm kind of, it's a bit of a mess. But I decorated my background a little bit. Getting in the holiday spirit. I'm gonna finish decorating one of my Christmas trees today. The other one I'm still waiting for lights to come in, so there's that. But anyway, in today's video, we're gonna create a cute little look for holiday using this palette. This is actually a look I wore to our friend's Christmas. We did a Dirty Santa Christmas party. So I kind of recreating the look I did for that party because I did not have time to film that day, but I have time today. So I'm going to recreate that look for you guys today and maybe zhuzh it up a little bit because I was in a hurry. So let's dive on in, and I'm going to stop rambling at you. Now, I've already prime my eyes with my Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick, and I haven't really set them down or anything, and I have my brows on. Obviously my skin is all prepped, but I'm going to take Rollin' in Dough, which is a nice creamy shade in this palette, just like the perfect skin tone shade for me. This is basically my skin tone in an eyeshadow. I'm going to hit under the brow bone with it first and just kind of let it flow down. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on the brow bone for a nice matte highlight to get us started. This palette to me is one of the most perfect kind of well-rounded glam palettes. Like, you're wanting to do a really amped up look, especially for holiday. This is the perfect palette for that because you have all these beautiful metallic shimmer shades in here that are just buttery, rich, amazing. Too Faced went above and beyond on this palette. It is leaps and bounds better than any other Too Faced palette. There's something about it. The metallics are so creamy and buttery. They look like liquid metal on your lid. They are all beautiful. They really outdid themselves, and I don't think have ever done anything as good since. The mattes in here are just so smooth and blendable. It's a very easy palette to work with, and it's a palette that can work with a lot of undertones because it has very neutral matte shades, and you have like 2 transition shades in the black, so it can work pretty well on a good multitude of skin tones as well, because you can, take Cocoa Truffle as your transition or So Bougie and add in Decadent to deepen things up. I like to use all the mattes because I like to really amp up my crease. I like to add a lot of depth in the crease and create shadowiness around my eyes because I have such hooded kind of droopy eyes. So I like to give them a lot of lift and depth with eyeshadow. And this is one of the easiest palettes to work with. All right, now I'm going to take a little fluffy brush here and go into So Bougie. What are y'all's holiday themes this year? Like, how are you decorating your tree and stuff? Like, what theme are you going with? I've been kind of changed it up last year and went straight just black and gold and kind of a little bit different than normal. I usually would do like kind of a Victorian theme, and I had a lot of kind of pink and gold and champagne shades and a green Christmas tree. Last year I bought a black Christmas tree. Just a little pencil tree. Well, not little, it's actually I think 7 feet tall. I have really tall ceilings, so I need like a tall tree. And I thought, well, pencil tree is kind of manageable because it's skinny, right? So I have that tree. I did just the straight black and gold on the tree last year. This year, my friend Lila, who just bought a house, whoever she bought the house from left all their Christmas decor in the attic. All of it. And in the attic was a black 6-foot tree, just like a regular tree. And she asked me if I wanted it. I'm like, well, of course I want that. Obviously, give it. I have wanted the 2 Christmas tree situation. Like, I almost bought a second pencil tree last year. Like, I've wanted to do that because I have just like the perfect idea of where they should go. And anyway, she gave me the other tree, which needs lights. And I'm still waiting on the lights to come in the mail because I had to buy some with a black string. All I could find like at the store anywhere was like green strings. So, between having the extra Christmas tree, I was, well, I need to get some more ornaments. I don't have enough. And I was watching Simply Home with Sherry or Simply at Home, something like that with Sherry. I'll put the name on the screen because I never can remember her YouTube name for some reason. I feel like my camera's slipping down, inching down on me, and it was a little bit annoying. Anyway, she was talking about how she decorated her tree the year before with emerald green, like a rich, kind of more cool toned emerald, not Christmas green, blackened emerald. And I was just like, oh, that's beautiful. That's the other color I'm missing, green. Because I did incorporate a little bit of green when I did the Victorian stuff with the pink. Because I think pink and green look really pretty together with Christmas decor. And anyway, So I got some beautiful emerald green ornaments from Target. It's slipping down again. I'm watching it. Hold please. I think I got the framing good. Oh, now I'm gonna have an itchy spot with a hive. Fun. Keep an eye on your tripod. Anyways, me and my sister were in Target and I come across emerald green ornament set with this beautiful copper color as well, like this beautiful, like the color of old money right here. So I have these two shades basically. I was like, oh yeah, perfect. And they go really well with the ornaments I already have, which are shades of champagne and gold. It all ties together. It's so pretty. I'm so excited. And there was also like a almost black navy blue in the palette, or in the ornament pack. I got so excited. So I'm incorporating a little bit more of an emerald green with my Christmas this year, and very excited. I know it's like halfway through December. I'm so aggravated that I don't have my trees up yet, but that is simply because I'm waiting on delivery. And I also got some really pretty bee ornaments, which I'm very, not bee ornaments, bee lights, which I'm very excited about as well. Putting on the tree, they're super cute. I'm using the point of this Christmas tree behind me to judge if it's coming down, and it is. Hold on. If it looks different and the frame gets different, it's because my tripod is literally held together with duct tape right now. And everything I'm waiting to come in shipping is a tripod. So yeah, that's why things are kind of wonky. Is because I literally have it duct taped in position because it is falling down on me. I don't know what's wrong, but anyway, back to what we were doing. Just building up So Bougie into the transition and crease is what I'm currently doing. And yeah, emerald and gold is my new Christmas colors. And I have a lot of green glassware that I've incorporated and like put some extra smaller ornaments in, like gold balls that are just like too little for the tree and don't really fill enough space. They're not worth putting on a tree because they're like for a baby tree. Ugh, it's really hot suddenly. My gosh. I'm wearing a velour sweater. I mean, I'm hot. Oh, the color of my headband. That is the color of the ornaments, in fact. But I'm very excited about that stuff, if you can't tell. All right. Then we jump over to a Sigma A25. And I'm going to take Cocoa Truffle, and we're going to put that into the crease and really build that up in there. All right, I don't think the tripod's moving. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to take Cocoa Truffle now and just gonna work that into the crease socket a little bit more concentrated. But yeah, that was so funny that Donna said this palette too, because I didn't even mention to her chocolate gold. I just was like, whatever palette makes you think of Christmas and of, you know, the holidays. She's like, chocolate gold. Me too. Oh my god. Okay, so we're doing a chocolate gold theme video. And watch us end up having the same look. We've done that before. With our Sigma and Tane video, we basically did the same look. But this is such a beautiful brown. Like, this is that perfect neutral browns that I think work so well with any color to just ground a look, because they're very native shades to just about everyone's skin tone. They're just nice shadowy shades, and I think they adapt to your skin tone. Like, I feel like some shadows just adapt and work no matter your undertone. They'll just kind of merge with it and complement. All right, I'm going to dip back over into So Bougie. I think Too Faced, one of their goals is to be as cringe as possible these days with their product names, and ugh. Like, they can do some really pretty stuff, like their naturally pretty packaging, or like they did those big palettes and everything was just like these really pretty like peacock theme and kind of floral with some birds in there, and their old lipsticks. Like, they had some beautiful packaging. It looked kind of like a silk scarf, it made me think of. And I don't know, they keep leaning into like this more pervy aesthetic, like with the better than sex stuff, and just, it's just a little over the top. And I get that's kind of their thing, but I don't know, I just think they go a little too far with it to where it's not even funny in like a kitschy, cheesy way, to where it's just ew. You know, it's just ew. I wish they would just kind of class it up just a touch, you know? I'm just taking my time with the socket and transition, building that up and kind of pulling it out, giving it a nice lift, to my outer corner. Because the older I get, the more this part sags. Which I think is just what happens when you get older. And you get a little extra skin around there. So I'm trying to, when I relax my eyes, make sure that that deeper brown is visible. So what I'm going to do is do this, and then this. Relax, and just kind of place it to where I can see it. And then I'm going to blend. And I said, I like a lot of depth in the crease and shape. Because I don't naturally have it. So I place it, and then I can lift and soften it out and blend it. Now I'm going to take a black liner. This is a Marc Jacobs, just a black liner. Any old black liner will do. And I'm going to line my upper lash line and do a little flick action with this. I haven't filmed like a formal like sit down video in like a month almost. I feel so like out of the loop and just out of practice that I've forgotten how to do this. I've done a lot of vlogging lately more than anything to try to get back into like my habit of filming, because vlogging does help me do that. It kind of, vlogging keeps me busy and keeps me like kind of entertained, I guess. And in turn, I end up getting a lot done when I vlog. Just do a little lift on that outer corner, and I'm gonna smudge this in just a second. So we're gonna do some smoky liner. I think my poor husband's finally getting some sleep. Okay, so I've been battling insomnia myself, and now he's kind of sick. Boy might have COVID. I don't know. He's sniffling and sneezing, but I think it's his allergies, really. Because we went to that Christmas get together, and we were outside by the fire, and smoke just destroys him and gives him the worst allergies. Like anytime we're like around like a bonfire or something, he's sick for like 2 or 3 days afterwards. So his allergies are just giving him hell right now, and he just couldn't breathe and congested and asthma, because he's had a little bit of some asthma issues since he did have COVID back in 2020. All right, let's smudge this out a little bit with a pencil brush. Oh, I hear him sniffling now and blowing his nose. Poor thing. I think he's only slept like 3 hours. All right, now we got that kind of a base going for our wing and smoky liner. I'm so happy that the tripod is staying put. I'm not moving this tripod. I'm gonna use my other one for vlogging because I'm not jinxing this setup. My husband laughed at me when he saw there was duct tape around it. I was like, hey, I gotta make it work and do what I can do. I will make it work. Very much Tim Gunn over here. All right, let's take Money Bags, which is that gorgeous emerald green. Sorry, I'm blinding you. The gorgeous emerald green here. We're gonna pop that all over the lid. I'm just gonna take it on my finger just to lay it down initially. Well, it look like a Christmas tree. That's my plan to decorate my Christmas tree, but I'm definitely gonna put a t-shirt on because I'm hot. It was really cold and we had the heat on, but it's warmed up, I think. I haven't been outside in like a day and a half, so I don't know what it's like outside. I just know what it feels like in here. All right, now we take a kind of a packer brush, dip into that, and pop that all over the lid, and kind of just let that flow into the socket a little bit. I'm not worried about it like staying just placed on the lid. Like I want it to kind of just merge and have a nice little flow there. I don't want like a strict cut crease look, or just, I don't know. I want, or just to kind of haze into the transition and crease color. So I'm just very lightly like kind of dancing that right there. This is such a beautiful green. Y'all, I'm so obsessed with green right now. If you looked at my Instagram, your girl's obsessed with green. It's just, I just want to wear nothing but green eyeshadow, like emerald green. All right. That looks really pretty. Very pretty. Now I'm gonna go back to my little pencil brush I used for my liner. I'm gonna take some Decadent, which is the black, the matte black, and kind of start to apply it to the outer V here, where I kind of mapped out that wing. To me, doing the liner first just makes it a little easier for me to do my smoky liner. Just gives me a little bit of a guide. I'm just gonna fade that over onto the lid. And I'm using kind of a light hand just to tickle it over into the green. And we'll sharpen up that wing in a little bit. Oh, Pumpkin she hears her papa in there blowing his nose, and she wants in there with him so bad. But she can't decide what room she wants to be in. And she gets mad if I shut the door with her in there, and she won't stay in bed with him. And if I leave the door open, she comes back and forth, and then, you know, obviously I can't make any noise. So it's just a little battle, but she wants to go snuggle with Papa so bad. She wants to be with both of us constantly. Like, I'm her default person, but if she's got the chance to snuggle Papa and have both of us, it's all over. All right, I'm gonna clean this little brush off that I had the green on. I'm just gonna soften this black right here. I'm gonna jump back over to Cocoa Truffle on the same little brush and come right above that wing and just use it to blend it. And then take my little Sigma brush, soften stuff up. My E25. E25 is such a nice like workhorse brush. You can do basically everything with it, almost. Almost. All right, make sure the green is kind of softly flowing into crease. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the green even on this E25 and just gently sweep it. See it kind of a diffused application. I like to bring my lid shades up above the actual crease of my eye and keep the transition like in the actual socket line. All right, I think we are onto something. Back, maybe build up a little more green onto the lid. All right, now I'm gonna take a little tiny pencil brush with some of Decadent, and I'm just gonna come right along these lash line and flow up into our little wing shape. I'm not worried about the fallout or anything like that right now. That's why we are doing this before we do our face. So I think I'm gonna do something for Christmas Eve. I might like cook a ham for my dad. Oh, pumpkin. For my dad and whoever wants to come over and eat. Nobody doesn't have something going on Christmas Eve. Now I'm cleaning these little brushes off and I'm going to jump over to Chocolate Gold, which is the massive gold block of the palette and kind of the star of the show for this palette, this shade right here. My palette still smells really good. And it's like, at least I've had it 2 years. Still smells good, so. I'm going to take this shade on the inner parts, like this inner, not quite the inner corner, but just before it, and I'm going to pat that on top of the green and let it just merge over. Very pretty. Oh, I love it. Intensify that right there. Just want these colors to float into one another and look magical. Some Christmas magic. And I'm going to bring it up, like right up here. Like kind of high, and arching it right there. You can see that placement I'm doing. I think that just really looks pretty, makes my eyes look a little more bold and bigger. And clean this little brush off and just kind of merge those together. All right, and then go back to your green if you need to. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to my little teeny tiny pencil brush here. I'm gonna clean the black off of it, and I'm gonna take Gold Dipped, which is a lighter, more champagne-y gold, and hit that in the innermost corner. See how that really just brightens up right there? Y'all have the temptation not to do another reverse cat eye. So, oh, I wanted to do it so bad. I am obsessed with the reverse cat eye. And just to further brighten up the inner corner, I'm gonna take just a touch of Rich Girl, which is a little more icy. Pat it right on that inner, just tiny bit. Oh yeah, that just catches the light so beautifully. Yay. Okay. Yeah, I think the liner is good as it is. I kind of like, I'm not going to go with liquid liner or anything else. I think I'm happy with the way it's looking so far. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up the fallout, do the rest of my face, as in my foundation, concealer, and powder, contour, and we'll be back for the finishing touches and the lower lash line. Okay, and we are back with the skin done. I've just done my foundation, concealer, and powder. For foundation, I use the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It, because it's kind of my go-to glam foundation these days. And I use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shades Fair Beige and Fair Rose, along with the By Terry Hydra Powder to set down my T-zone, and on the rest of the face I use the e.l.f. Halo Powder. Why won't you go in your home? Okay. And that is what we've done. So let's go ahead and get this lower lash line done. Did my camera shift down some? Did it? I don't know. I feel like it did a little bit. Anyway, for the lower lash line, let's take a bit of our black eyeliner. No, you know, I don't want to put the eyeliner. I want to keep it a little softer, a little smokier. So I'm going to go with my little pencil brush here, and I'm going to take some Decadent and run that right under here next to the wing and kind of join it up at that lower lash line. Let me go to my little Paco brush, make sure it's clean, no product on it. Alright, and now I'm going to take a bit of Cocoa Truffle. Let's take our little bit rounder, kind of domed pencil brush for that. Just place it below the black and blend. Now I'll go back and intensify the black afterwards. Then we'll take a little bit of So Bougie on the Paco brush now. Run that across. And just blend with it and smoke things out a bit and intensify. Can you tell I just don't want to fool with eyeliner today? I don't want to fool. I'm just letting that flow up into the wing. Okay, and now I'm going to take our chocolate gold shade, clean the little brush off, and just put it right here. Strictly below where it applied on the upper lash line. And just let it fade across softly. Then a bit of gold dipped. Same thing on the, focus more on the inner part. And then Rich Girl. And let's see, I take a little bit of Cocoa Truffle. It's right in between. Alright, I'm gonna do this on the other side and pop on some lashes, and we'll be right back for the blush, bronze, highlight, and lips. Lashes are on. Y'all, I had to go turn the AC on. It is so hot. And I went and checked the weather. It's like gonna be 83 today. It's like, no freaking wonder it's 75 degrees in the house and I'm burning up. So had to go turn the AC on, and guess what, tomorrow it's gonna be like 50. Yeah, at least now I'm not burning up, so I'll take it. All right, let's move on to the bronzer, blush, and highlight. And another palette that makes me think of Christmas is this one from Hourglass. This is the one that came out, I think, year before last. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Mini Sculpture Unlocked. Sorry about that glare, my goodness. But this one has these 4 shades in it. It has these, let me read to you what is in here. This has the Finishing Powder in Soft Light, Bronzer in Golden Bronze Light, Blush in Mood Flush, and Metallic Strove Powder in Champagne Light. So yeah, I usually mix the bronzer with the powder here, the finishing powder. I just kind of mix them together because this is a little bit too much for me without any self-tan or anything on. It's just a little bit too strong. So mixing them together though works great on when I'm a little more pale. And yeah, we're gonna use this because I think this blush will look really pretty with the eyes instead of going with like peachy warm tones. This blush kind of can pull warm, cool, very in between type of shade. It's just a really nice, pretty blush. So yeah, we're gonna use this one. And this makes me think of Christmas because I think I ordered it for my Christmas last year. Like it was a present I got for Christmas, I do believe. I can't quite remember. I remember I did a big Sephora haul and this was in it around Christmas time. which I did not do this year. 2 sales, and I have not bought a single thing because I got all the stuff to pay for. Namely, a $2,000 medical bill for a blood test. Yeah. But yeah, I got the the bill for my genetic test, which is a blood test, mind you. $2,000 that insurance does not cover. Just so I can get insurance to cover other things. Cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and warm this ghostly face up because I'm looking pretty pale. So I'm just going to swirl into the bronzer and the finishing powder together just to kind of take down the bronze a little bit. And I'm just going to swirl that on. I didn't do like an actual like contour today. Just felt like skipping out on that and just do kind of a bronzer. I love these powders so much though. I really do enjoy Hourglass's products. Man, they're just so beautiful on the skin. Alright, I'm gonna bring it kind of up and around onto the hairline. And I'm gonna kind of marry it into my eyeshadow as well. Right here on the outer corner of my eye, kind of coming up to the temple. And this really just creates a nice cohesiveness, so there's no abrupt stop where the eyeshadow is. And I'm going to take a little bit of just the finishing powder and just soften up the forehead. And I'm going to take my fluffy brush and jump into just the bronzer and just swipe it right here through the transition. And on this inner bit. And this just makes it all flow together and look very cohesive to me. No harsh lines, you can't really tell where anything stops and starts. Just a flow of colors. I'm gonna take my big powder brush real quick and just make sure everything's looking kind of buffed and blended right here. There we go. So the bronzer doesn't look too harsh. It's looking a little harsh. All right. And of course you can also take just that finishing powder and swirl as well to kind of soften edges. Now I'm going to take the highlight and just pop that right up here, pretty high on the right at the edge of my eye. Taking advantage of this placement before I have crow's feet. Being able to put my highlighter right there. And I'm going to kind of hit the brow bone and just right here, kind of dance it around above the brow. It's very softly. And then just let it kind of flow a little bit. You see how everything is looking very flowy now that we've kind of blended a little bit around here. The smoky line and everything are just kind of just flowing into, disappearing into nothing, and just, I don't know, just feels very blended. Alright, and now you take the blush. I think I put a little too much on the tip of my nose. There we go. I like to do the highlight first. Sometimes I just feel like it looks really pretty, and again, really blended and just kind of airbrushed. Really into very kind of airbrushed looking skin. Alright, so we'll take the blush now. I'm going to focus it pretty high up on the cheek. Almost where I applied the highlighter, just like a hair below it. And again, kind of just marry it all together here. And I'm going to do some setting spray. Use my natural finish from Wet n Wild. Alright, I'm going to touch my brows up and we'll be right back. Okay, let's finish this look off with some lips. Just zhuzh the hair. This, literally, I just had my hair in a bun and it came out so pretty. Like I slept with a low bun and I blow dried it yesterday. But man, I'm not mad about this hair day. Might have bronzed my forehead a little too much, but at least we have nice hair. Okay, let me get it out the way real quick. Now for lips, I'm gonna line them with Walk of No Shame. That's not Walk of No Shame. Where is it at? Oh, is it this thing again where we can't find the one lip liner that we need? yeah, we're gonna play that game. My patience with myself is at a 0. But you know you kind of gotta go with like a reddish lip, right? I mean, that's the only way to do a Christmas look is to have a lip in the red family. I'm gonna go a little bit off the beaten path and not go super, super like fiery red or true red. I'm actually gonna use a shade from ColourPop called Avenue. This is one of their ultra matte lipsticks. And this one's like a deep berry red. It's very pretty. It's like Walk No Shame, but just intense. I wore it to the Christmas party. I got so many compliments on it. Alright, let's try to get this on without getting it everywhere and making a mess. It's always the challenge with such a vibrant liquid lipstick. This is such a gorgeous color though. I think it's like a perfect holiday shade. It's like a deep, very blue-based red. It just has a lot of depth to it and I love it. Our poor HVAC system has no idea what to do right now with this weather. Like, it doesn't know if it needs to run heat or AC. It's just all over the place, a mess in Louisiana right now. Hot, cold, hot, cold. Everyone's allergies are going nuts. Like, everyone I know is actually having horrible allergies. And here is our look all finished. Very Christmassy, very much a me type of makeup. A little bit extra pretty glam. Gets a smoky liner action happening. Very soft, blended, and green. I am just obsessed with green right now. It's a thing. It is a thing for me. So anyway, this is the look all done. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below and let me know what you're decorating with. What is your theme for your Christmas decor in the comments? I'm very interested to know that because I'm nosy about people's home decor. I'm really, really into home decor. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and thanks Donna for doing this video with me. I will have Donna's channel linked down below in the description box and in the eye. Go check out her video and check out her channel. She does some really in-depth, great videos. She does deep dives into palettes that you don't even think about. She has such an extensive eyeshadow collection. It is amazing. So she will pull out some palettes that I'm just like, wow, I forgot that palette existed and I want it. She will remind you of all those palettes and suddenly give you FOMO over them. But anyway, yeah, don't forget to go check out her video and give her a like and subscribe to her channel as well. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay spooky. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all the things.